Hi, I'm Darrell,
And I'm Elia.
and we are Black Nerdy Scholars. I wish I shouldn't have yawned there. The yawn shouldn't be the first sound after the
It's the
the
first
intro.
sound after the intro music plays.
Yeah. It's not a good look. Or a good sound.
It'd be like that though.
Audio
Audio.
podcast, podcasters.
Oh, hey, audio.
We're
people.
podcasting.
Yeah.
How have you been? How's your week?
Good. We're getting into the drafting phase for my class, but
Sure.
on a whim, I'm like, why don't we watch Suddenly Last Summer? Since I'm going through
What? I know that name.
Tennessee
Suddenly
Williams.
Less. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, there it goes.
I'd say it's
okay.
the
And how did that go?
lesser known play of his, but I think it went pretty good. I had a handful of people paying attention, which is always the goal. I know I'm gonna have most of them on their computers when we're watching a movie, but
Liz Taylor and Katharine Hepburn were in the film.
Yeah, that shit was stacked.
Ooh, that shit's gas.
Yeah. Also, they're just so mesmerizing to watch on film. But it was wild. I was like, hey kids. Well, I mean, I knew none of them were gonna have seen a Elizabeth Taylor movie. I was like, there's probably maybe one or two people at most. But yeah, none of them. No prior encounters with Tennessee Williams. So, of course, no Streetcar, no Glass Menagerie, Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. But
I mean, they don't really do plays anymore. Like they barely do musicals these days.
That's true. Wow. Because I remember, I would imagine that a large sum of movies that would come out back then were probably, play adaptations and whatnot. But we're not really getting that as much anymore, unfortunately.
When I teach, I've always done for the like comparative analysis portion. I would do August Wilson's Fences and Death of a Salesman. Arthur Miller, Death of a Salesman.
Death of a Salesman.
Because they are virtually, I should have said those in the opposite order because of Death of a Salesman's first by a lot. But they are like virtually the same play. They go through a lot of the same beats.
Tired ass daddy.
Yes, except one is entirely a black family. And I like to juxtapose the parts about masculinity and how these masculine presentations differ or might interact with race and stuff like that. And those are the most plays that I usually do. And I'll tell them you can find these plays online.
Absolutely.
These are two of the most famous American plays by two of the most famous American playwrights. People have recorded these plays.
They're so easy to find.
You can find it. They're so easy to
find.
Movie adaptation. I highly recommend you watch it while reading it, or at least just watch it in some capacity, because it is a play. It is meant to be seen. And then they'll be like, did anybody watch it?
No.
Crickets, nothing. They probably didn't read it. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, see, that's why I was just like, let me just go ahead and put this movie on. None of you are going to read it. Okay, maybe one or two of you will. And only a quarter of you will pay attention when I actually play it, but fuck it. I got 5 people who can say wow, I watched a black and white movie, because I'm sure a lot of them have not seen anything in black and white.
I think the thing that we might need to supplement is using film instead.
Yeah.
Just getting everyone caught up on film language.
Absolutely.
But specifically film from 20 years ago, 10 to 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Where it's they grew up with this film in their life, even if they haven't seen it. But it's not so new that it might be difficult to find or cost too much money.
Yeah, I feel like it works really well when I showed Coraline for that reason, because they're younger than us, but they were kids, I think, when that movie came out, and they always pay attention to it. So
it's good stuff.
Yeah.
So I do want to, not relate at all to teaching, kind of a pivot. I wanted to tell the story of this thing that happened to me this week.
Oh yeah,
because it's a really lighthearted thing. And I want to get it out before we start talking about the serious stuff that we're probably going to talk about today. I lost my wallet this weekend.
Oh.
I guess I just dropped it, or like I was pulling something else out of my pocket and it came out of my pocket and I didn't notice. But as you know, we're in the middle of a weather, or like a winter storm. There is a snow advisory. There is a like weather advisory out. And so it's been snowing continuously for like the last week. And so looked in the house, couldn't find it. Looked in girlfriend's house, couldn't find it. Looked in the cars, couldn't find it. If I dropped it outside, that bitch is gone because it's in snow and then shoveled into piles. Yeah. It's snowing more, right? Like that bitch is gone forever. And so I was like, oh my God, I had to like take account of which things I lost. And so I had to get a new ID and a new debit card. I mean, like most of the other stuff in the wallet, like I think I lost maybe $40, but I rarely use cash, and I don't even remember how much money was in it.
Yeah.
But don't go looking for it, you fucking freaks. You know what I mean.
I'm gonna find Darrell's wallet.
Oh, you're gonna find all 40 of those bucks in my now defunct ID and credit or debit card. Yes. And so I called my mom the day, the morning that I was about to go to here we don't have DMV. We just go to the Secretary of State's office. Oh. There's no DMVs here. Yeah. It's better. DMV is genetically modified and like grown in a lab to be hellish and awful.
It's terrible.
Yeah. And so it's a little bit better here. I was on the phone with my mom and she was like, do you have your birth certificate and social card? Yes. Do you have another form of physical ID? I was like, well, how would I have another form of ID? I lost my wallet.
Yeah, like they did my ID.
And she's like, well, they might not accept you if you don't have another form of physical ID. I was like, oh my God. And so luckily I found like an old driver's license from like Delaware.
Okay.
Like before my locks, back when I just had like big cheeks and big shitty afro. And then she was like, how are you going to pay for it? I was like, well, I have Apple Pay on my phone. She was like, well, they might not take it. You might need a physical card. How am I going to have a physical card if I lost my wallet? And so she was like, well, here at the DMV, they would probably make you pay physical because DMV is awful and sucks. And so I went to the Secretary of State office and I was like, I'm just going to pray and hope that they can take care of all this stuff for me. I get inside and they're like, hey, the branch is shut down today because our internet access was knocked out because of the storm.
Well, damn.
So you're going to have to go to the next town over. And they'll uphold your appointment here, but we cannot do anything for you here.
Damn.
I was like, oh, okay, well, I have this ID and I have the Apple Pay. Well, is that good enough? And he was like, yeah, that's good. That's fine. Great. Okay, cool. Good. Drive to the next town, get in there, and there's a bunch of people in there because like 3 or 4 local branches have shut down.
Oh, shit.
Because a bunch of them lost internet access because of the storm. And so now I'm in line. I get a text saying they pushed my appointment back to 11:20 because I got there at 10:40 for a 10:10 appointment. And I was after people who had 11 o'clock appointments because they just happened to be there before me. I was like, motherfucker.
Fuckers. Just kidding. Not just.
But it went pretty fast. I got the idea. That's fine. However, it's going to take 3 weeks for the physical ID to get here. It's going to take like at least a week for the new card to get here. And so I was going to go buy a wallet, and I'm like, well, I guess there's no point in buying a new wallet yet. I don't have no fucking cards or anything to put in it. And so that's what I've been dealing with for the past like 5 days.
Oh.
Very, very low stakes, very little thing of the problems that could be had.
Where's the wholesome part?
Very regular. Huh? What'd you say?
Where's the wholesome part?
Did I say wholesome?
I thought you did. Oops.
Oh, if I said wholesome, no, well, it's not. Oh, okay. If I said wholesome, I take that back. It was low stakes. Cat tax.
Leave.
What's that cat doing?
Are you leaving or are you staying?
You got to put the cat out.
Just leave.
Yeah, put that nigga out. He don't pay no bills anyway.
Boy, I was literally stretching on my door like he could open it or something. I'm like, oh my god, just leave.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah.
I didn't mean wholesome. I meant just low stakes and trivial thing that's been happening to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully it comes sooner rather than later. You know that
it probably won't. There's a winter storm happening.
Oh,
it'll probably take a whole month to get here, which is fine. Like I have the temp ID, so that's fine. But I'm gonna be walletless, I guess, until I get a thing to put in the wallet now. And the wallet that I lost, I've been using since high school.
Oh,
which apparently is the most guy thing about me, according to other guys. Where it's just like I have this old, beat, worn wallet.
Yes,
that I could replace, but this still works. Is that what it is?
Ooh, well, actually, no, because I feel like my brothers are the same way. Like they have the same wallet until they lose it or it breaks.
Yeah, until it breaks. Yeah, mine had holes in some of the sleeves.
Oh,
right. Like you know what I mean? Like the slots. Like some of those were torn.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
I'm like some girls in the sense that I change wallets every so often, but also I'm ADHD-tism in the sense that I have to have a wristlet wallet. Otherwise, I have trouble keeping up with that.
A wristlet wallet?
Yeah, oh yeah, so it's just a wallet with the little wrist attachments. You can hold it on your wrist, but I hang them up. Because otherwise, I don't know where the fuck my wallet is.
You are saying such foreign things to me. Oh. I don't know what that is. I can't visualize it. So when you say I'm hanging my wallet up on the wall, I'm like, so it's a bag. You have a clutch? What are we talking about?
No, it's not a clutch. But imagine a wallet combined with a clutch. So it's functional like a clutch in the sense that.
What do you mean? Is a clutch okay? Maybe this is gender stuff. It's
functional.
Is a clutch not just big wallet that you have to hold?
I would say clutch is more no. A clutch is a purse that doesn't have a strap on it.
Okay.
So imagine a strapless purse.
I may be way underestimating how much stuff you can keep in a clutch.
Probably, just phone, lip gloss, all that. So not what you could keep in a wallet.
Okay.
You could keep way more.
Okay. Continue.
So yeah, just the wallet with the strap on it. That's it.
Okay. It's kind of like a phone with a pop socket.
No.
Oh damn! All right, I thought I had it.
We might get there one day, but honestly, it's nothing special. It's just you could hang it on your wrist, so your wallet can be dangling from your wrist.
Is that okay? I don't have any more questions about your wrist wallet. I'm so happy for you.
I imagine Peter might be able to find a picture of a wristlet wallet.
Okay, put a picture of the wrist wallet up there. If it exists.
What do you mean if it exists?
I don't know.
I've had them all my life.
Sure. All your life?
Okay, not all my life. I don't know.
Now that sounds like some new age technology. Like the what is the Octo thing for the phone? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
There's an Octo socket thing where you put it on the back of your phone where the pop socket would go.
Okay.
But it's a series of suction cups, I guess.
Why am I?
So that way you can just put it on a surface.
Oh, for content creation shit.
For or just bathroom photos.
Oh.
Even if it isn't for content.
Okay.
Yeah. Or just to have it on the side, so you can be on FaceTime while you do your makeup or something. I don't know.
Okay.
It sounds like one of those where it's I could see it's not a problem being solved, but it is a convenience being added. I guess.
Definitely been around longer than that, but I see where you're going. People had wristlet wallets when we were in college and shit.
Yeah, that's Gen Z technology. Yeah. Okay. All right. To I guess segue. Black History Month.
Hey.
It's Black History Month. from now until the end of this month, you have to send black people money or something. I don't know. Or else Santa's gonna put you on the naughty list because Santa's an ally.
Or never mind.
I do want to. So something that I've been thinking about leading up to Black History Month is obviously something that we're all thinking about, just the current state of the world.
Oh yeah.
And something that has helped me get through, but I also feel, I don't know, guilty about. I don't know. I feel a way that is not quite comfortable. Is the idea that like things are so bad right now, things are not good. They're probably going to get a little bit worse before they get better, and a lot of the internet has given up.
Yeah,
a lot of people have been just going through the motions and like, well, all is lost. There's just a lot of doomerism.
Yeah, that's the word.
And the thing that has helped me is that like, if I was like, I am a descendant of people that survived slavery. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
shit.
Yes. And I wouldn't have wanted them to give up hope. But I know hope is really exhausting. And it feels like you're not as in control. And however, the reason that I feel odd about it is because I can hear the internet reaction to that kind of sentiment, right? I'm imagining this faceless other on the other side of the screen trying to spin that logic of hope as trying to make this about race, especially after we are recording this a week or two after the Immigrant and Customs Enforcement Agency murdered Renee Good, and about a week after the Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency murdered Alex Peretti, and the day of Border Patrol shooting someone into critical condition in Arizona. And I don't want that to be diminished by me saying, well, what about slavery? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is not what I'm saying, but I know that's what a person would hear in the digital space where anger and virality based on reaction fuel algorithms and advertisements and such.
Honestly, they'll definitely have those reactions. That almost feels inevitable, but so many things start with slavery. I even think about how ICE, how their tactics, a lot of them are similar to like slave catchers. They're moving like slave catchers. That's straight up true. And I think in our desire to be hopeful and our attempts to, retain hope, I think it's also about, not, it is kind of about fighting the good fight still. And that starts, I think, mentally. So when they're attacking us and just regular people and just going about our days and just targeting people, it's we got to keep hope that okay, I'm losing my train of thought.
Yeah,
that we just keep fighting. Like we gotta.
Yeah. I do think the point about how these actions are a direct descendant of slave catchers, just like we are direct descendants of everyone else, is valuable, because then it means we can turn to that history and those lessons for inspiration, motivation, rule books, optimism, mourning, whatever other thing you might think of.
I even think about, because there's been a lot of commentary about like, oh, how ICE is attacking white civilians who are assisting in this, they're trying to aid people who are being targeted by ICE. And I'm like, that's what happens when we're all fighting the good fight together. Like, I even think of like John Brown, how they went after him when he was John Brown, the famous abolitionist, how they went after too when he was fighting for slavery. And I just see the parallels being
Remind the people of the story of John Brown.
Oh, give me a second.
Oh shit! If you ain't got it,
you had it off
the dome. He attacked a base and tried to arm a bunch of slaves.
Yeah, and then they hung him. Yeah,
and then they hung his ass.
But yeah, he was basically hung.
Damn, I didn't mean to put you on the spot like that. My bad.
Huh?
Yeah, I didn't mean to put you on the spot like that.
Oh, no, it's cool.
You were cooking.
I just knew he died.
Oh no, we can make this like an informational bit.
But yeah, that's the gist of it. He was charged with citing a slave rebellion, and they said, we're going to kill you right along with them slaves.
I do think to the point about white people being attacked, I do think something that's going to happen increasingly as over these next few years, as these murders and the violence escalate, both on the part of the oppressive government and the reaction from people choosing to fight back. A lot of people are going to find out how not white they are.
Yeah. How?
Over the next few years. Go ahead.
Yes, because, as you know, I race and reading and all that. And something you find is you read a lot, of course, since we are because we're in literature and whatnot, is how whiteness is an ever-changing category. And we're definitely in a time where I think whiteness is being adjusted and shifted a lot, especially with like the conservatism on the rise and whatnot. And I'm like, they're gonna start kicking niggas out of the white club.
They're gonna start drawing the line further and further back.
And I think, of course,
like, even if you just look at the current history, like Italians have only been white in America for like
less than a century,
70 years.
Yeah, less than a century. Irish people too are pretty.
Irish people.
Hell,
I remember. It's really funny that like just a couple years ago, there was almost like just before, like during Biden's presidency, there was this what felt like a bid to pull East Asian into whiteness.
Oh yeah,
with the like the college admissions stuff. But all of that's gone. Like that's diminished. It's we're in the exclusion game while this fascistic conservative wing of the world, but especially the country, is having its death throes, its extinction bursts.
Yes, as JD Vance said, I don't know where he said this at. It was at some event. He's like, now we don't have to apologize for being white anymore.
Yeah. And like, even outside of the people that are actively doing the violence, there are a lot of people that voted for Trump specifically for that reason.
Yeah.
Right. I want to live in a world where I'm not made to feel bad for the language that I use, even if it isn't always actively racist. Yeah. Like sometimes I'll slip up and I don't want people to be upset about that. And so I'll vote for this side. Is that all you want? I don't know. I wish
that could be my only worry.
Yeah, maybe that's, and actually, no, that's not it. No. I don't wish that, and you don't wish that either.
No, I don't.
Like sometimes I'll say to myself, like, damn, I wish I was really stupid.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll like have that conversation with myself where it's like, if I was oblivious and I could just drift through it, and all of my conversations would be about how girls feel about me and which video game is the best, as if one, we do talk about that a lot in real life, but like that's it.
Less critically.
It just feels so much smoother. And then I gave it a second. I'm like, no, I don't wish that. I like my mind. I like being as red as I am. Go ahead.
Sorry. When I was a young teenager, I told my grandma, you know what? I wish I was a dumb girl and I could just marry this dumb boy and we could just live in our dumb little world. Which, you know, there are moments where I'm like, I wish I was fucking dumb. But like you said, I'm like, wait, I like being smart. As painful as it can be, you know?
Yeah. I like reading Toni Morrison and watching artsy films. I like reading.
Yeah. I even like reading stuff I read earlier in my grad school year, and I'm like, wow, this just makes so much more sense to me than it did when I initially started school. Like, I like seeing my brain has progressed in understanding and whatnot. That's a good part about learning things and shit.
Yeah. And even when just on the conversation of media, even when the text is not traditionally high art, quote unquote, I do enjoy approaching all art with the same critical lens.
Yeah.
As something that we've all agreed. Like I want to read. What's the writer that's this hoe got roaches in her crib?
Oh, Quan Millz.
I like reading Quan Millz with the same vigor as Shakespeare.
He's actually pretty. I think his writing can get pretty satirical in a good way, which I think is fun. Oh, you hear he's been attacked into BL.
I did hear that. I did see that, and like I do. Hold on, just to make sure this is also in the conversation about Black History Month. I used to be really anti Quan Millz because I was like, this is garbage. This is stupid. But in like small communities online, he's kind of become this bastion against artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
Where he was like, you don't need AI. Look at my books. Look at this. And now I'm just kind of like, yeah, this whole dude got roaches in her crib.
I actually think it's cool how they called him out when he was making his AI covers, and he's like, you know what, I'm gonna stop, and I'm only gonna pay people to make covers for me. It was just as simple as that. He just said, okay, y'all are right. This is actually not great. I'm gonna And I think honestly that's what I found most fun about his covers is the low stakes editing. It's, just slapped art, just, superimposed over the image. I'm like, that's the fun of it. You don't need AI to do this shit.
Yeah. And I do want to reaffirm all the stuff with ICE right now, because it's like no coincidence that this is happening at the same time as this AI bubble, and both of those sides of oppression today are hoping that the other one doesn't give out too soon. Even if it might not seem connected, right? The physical fascism that is roaming the streets of everywhere, but particularly places like Minneapolis right now, and the techno-fascism of these Gen AI, Open AI, Meta companies, like, are using each other to sustain each other, right? People want an escape. People's lives are all online now, and they want an escape for the stuff that's not online, but they don't want to be challenged. They want to be safe. They want things that AI is a way to scratch the slavery itch in a way.
Oh yeah, because
I want a being to do the labor for me. I deserve it.
I've actually read a few interesting things. This is pre-AI, but just the sci-fi genre and the idea of having like a humanistic android assistant sort of thing, and like the overarching connections to slavery, because it's like that's basically what you want. They are, in wanting, to have this someone who can like assist you nonstop, and they're non-human, and they don't. Of course, they
especially with how much effort is being put into making them sound human.
Yeah, slaves.
Mm-hmm. Right? There's no reason that ChatGPT needs to have like a personality.
Yeah,
like at all. But again, that's also the kicker, right? Because while I still believe that scratches a Western itch for slavery. The chatbots aren't slaves. They are tools. And not in the way that like tech bros are like, oh, it's just a tool like a calculator. No. We are the product. They are fishing hooks for us. We are we are the things enslaved. One by capitalism, by patriarchy, by white supremacy, by ableism, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All of these things are embedded in the powers that want you hooked on AI, AI bots.
Sort of a segue, but I saw this woman getting ate the fuck up on my Blue Sky because she said she asked ChatGPT to make her a boyfriend, and that it actually did a pretty good job. And of course, as a visual novel.
What do you mean make her a boyfriend?
I guess
like draw, like create an art piece?
I think that's what she meant.
Or an image, I guess.
Initially, I thought she meant like they gave her like a description of like a boyfriend and all. But yeah, I think she meant like a physical drawing of a boyfriend. And I'm like, girl,
okay,
wait till you find out about Otome games and visual novels. Because if you want a virtual boyfriend, I promise there's ways to do it without destroying the environment.
Oh, sure, total. Okay, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
But the problem is like that individual would have to do it.
Yeah.
They'd have to perform an action.
Yes.
As opposed to have something delivered to them.
Yeah.
Like right? It feels it. Yeah, go ahead.
You have to seek things out, dabble, find out what you like, although they got Otome games for everyone, honestly, they got everything. Mm-hmm. But it would require actually going out of your way to do something new. And I know that's not what people who love ChatGPT, that's not really their magnum op. Like, that's just not really what they're about.
Yeah.
But I thought that was funny as they're not a gamer.
They're not about anything.
Oh, true. I guess the whole thing is you don't have to be about anything.
Exactly. The whole point is to be nothing. To escape.
Escape Google?
Yeah. Like just to escape.
Like, what do you mean you gotta look up the election results in ChatGPT?
Yeah.
You don't have to do it.
I don't get it. Oh no, I do get it. I just don't like it.
Yeah, I was on the plane
and I pity
the girl next to me. Go ahead. Oh my god, it was actually driving me nuts because I couldn't stop watching. She was obviously having relationship problems. I was all in her phone. I can't lie. I saw ChatGPT and I'm like, what are you typing in paragraphs on ChatGPT? But basically, she was having ChatGPT analyze what this man, whoever she was engaging with, is like saying to her. Or what I got from the messages is that it was like a situationship. He was being like spotty in how he talked and all this. So she was like screenshotting his responses and uploading them to ChatGPT and having ChatGPT analyze what he was saying and basically like, oh, men may act this way because blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, what happened to having friends? And oh man, I don't.
Yeah. Where are your friends?
Yeah.
Where are your friends to have this conversation with?
Honestly,
but
they
I guess,
probably
like,
would have told her something she didn't agree with, which I also think is what people like ChatGPT a lot, is that it's inclined to be a yes man, you know?
Its goal is to get you to use it.
Yeah, and if it's telling you the true truth, you're not really gonna.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, bitch, fuck you then.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. And I'm trying to think of like what happens next, I guess, with it. I mean, I'm not a tech person.
Because it doesn't seem super sustainable, at least what I've been hearing about, like how much money is going in versus the output.
I agree, but also there's the idea that like the cat is out of the bag, or like the genie is out of the bottle. You can't just put it back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, even Britney Spears can't put that genie.
That's
right?
Is
that Christina Aguilera? Sorry,
no.
those are the same woman to me.
Not
no, I'm just kidding. I know a lot of people take that very
seriously. You're gonna get ate the fuck up by pop.
That's okay. That's Internet. All right. That's all right. That's okay. Send them my way. Leave them in the comments. Yeah. And so I'm hoping like it is having it's like two different groups of people that are intertwined through the capitalist overlords, the Peter Thiels of the world, having death throes. And we just got to hope that like there's enough fight. But I do want to say, and that this might be too far of a segue. And I also say like I'm concerned. I do want it to frame it in the Black History Month conversation, because like we're probably going to be talking about Black History Month for the rest of the month. Go figure. Yeah. You know, that's how time works. Given all the stuff we said about hope at the beginning of the episode, I do feel, I don't know if it's guilt or shame or discomfort or whatever with simply doing this now. Not as in like, I mean like while this is happening, not anymore. Right?
Yeah.
Because I still want to do this. I'm enjoying this. This is what I want to do. And it doesn't help anyone to throw down this thing that we're doing for ourselves. Because losers want to hijack the world.
Yeah.
But also, like, we're safe here, or at least respectively.
Yeah,
or
it almost feels
compared
like
to a lot of people.
Survivor's guilt.
That's what it is.
Yes.
That's what it is.
I also think maybe as Black people, I wonder if we're more susceptible to that. I wonder.
Say more.
Well, I think in the state of the world just being like this, and you know, even going back to our ancestors and the shit they went through, and even not that many generations removed, like our grandparents were going through shit. Like my dad was born the year after segregation was outlawed, basically. I don't know, it's a funny saying the word outlaw.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Like legally.
Illegal.
Yeah.
We are not in outlaw times, unfortunately. I love me a spaghetti western.
Yeah.
But it feels like, oh, I'm just in my room talking with my pink boom arm, and just, you know, I feel a little frivolous, even though I know even if it's not true, it just kind of feels that way. And I wonder if because of like I also imagine a lot of like maybe immigrant populations maybe could relate to this, just being so not far removed from super traumatic things, and it's like, I feel kind of bad that I'm just here playing fucking Stardew and looking at my Kirby sticker. Just
like it feels weird to follow your personal passions under fascism.
Yeah.
but also I know logically,
yeah,
this can, like, finding joy, maintaining dialogue, for any loose listeners, right? Like, or not even just of this pod, but just people that consume content.
yeah,
Not letting the machine take your joy is a form of revolution, of
yeah,
resistance. But I hate saying that because it feels like I'm also saying me doing nothing is resisting. And like that, just I have yet to square that.
yeah. I also have had mixed feelings with like the your existence is resistance, because I'm like I don't even know if I have much to say beyond that. I like somewhat disagree, but also like
Yeah.
I also don't want to say like it takes away from, you know, people who are like actively like out there fighting the fight, that also does it. I guess that's just my open question, you know.
Yeah.
I don't really know how to regard that matter.
Yeah. But then there's I also think part of even having the conversation is coming from a place of a lack of control.
Yeah,
It is part of survival. Part of survivor's guilt is
100%.
trying to reclaim some control over the situation, right? Like, if I can force myself to feel bad about this thing, then at least I'm doing something.
Yeah,
I'm gonna choose to punish myself because I have no control over the stuff that I wish didn't happen.
mm-hmm.
And you and I aren't near any like active front lines.
No.
It feels irresponsible to go out of the way to get to the front lines,
Yes.
right? And there are other things, like there are donations, there are
Crowdfunding.
crowdfunding, there is exposure, but again, that's a lot of people, it feels like, use that as an excuse to do nothing. Like, well, I'm talking about it and therefore I'm helping, where it's like, I guess, but that feels like bare minimum. I don't know. And even with saying all that, the real thing that everyone, including myself, who isn't doing enough of this, should be doing is getting involved locally. Because even if I can't go to Minneapolis, I can go to the local homeless shelter,
Yeah.
right? And I know I don't do it enough. I know I don't. I know that there are food banks. I know that there are like clothing drives. I know we're in the middle of a winter fucking storm and there's a sweater in my closet that I've never worn that I could get to someone who desperately needs it, that I don't do often. And in like, even as I'm talking about it now, my reaction is to feel bad about it, to feel, to like want to blame myself, to like, wow, you're not doing enough, you're this piece of shit, all these things. But again, that is just a way to feel control,
Yeah.
right? If I feel bad about it right now, that doesn't change the fact that I could always choose to do something different,
Yeah.
like tomorrow, you know.
It's like approaching the control in a different way. Like
Yeah.
it's instead of like it's really like you got to actively. I'm working on this still. I think you got to work on it. It's a something you work on through your whole life, especially
Yeah.
in like the world we live in, is ways to not let yourself sit in the doomerism too much,
Yeah.
and be like, okay, I didn't do all these things up until this point, but I can do something differently. I even think about
Yeah.
us doing the podcast and how you talked me into it, and I really needed someone to, you know, because before that I did not have a view of the world in which I'm not in academia. I don't mean that in like a positive sense. I mean that in the, of course, like I don't see myself having that many options. Even when I was just getting my my bachelor's, it was like, oh, I have to go to grad school because I'm not going to get a job with just a bachelor's. Like that's not.
It's what's next.
Yeah. It just felt like
what I want doesn't really matter. Yeah. This is what's the next step.
Yeah, because even when I was in undergrad and I was just doing my bachelor's, I would always say, oh, if I could just do whatever I wanted, without thinking about money or all that, then I want to make interactive novels. Like I want to start an app, have a platform, and have a bunch of different books and whatnot. And I want it to be super full of Black people and other people of color and whatnot. But like that was just like a fantasy to me. It didn't actually seem like something I'd ever be able to achieve. So being brave enough to even like go out of my way to do something outside of my comfort zone, I think that's it's a skill to be learned and whatnot.
Yeah, and heavy on that last part. It is a skill.
Yeah.
All of the stuff that we've discussed is like a skill. Like getting through that sense of control, getting through that survivor skill. All of that is a sense of a skill, and in that vein, resistance as well is a skill. It is a skill that I am out of practice of.
Same.
Like I feel like an event has popped up periodically over the last few years, and I'll go to a protest, I'll donate, I'll do all these things, and then I'll like go back to life.
Yeah, I've fallen out of touch with the union.
Fallen out of touch with the union for sure. Unions, multiple
unions,
yeah. And it's something that I'd like to fix, and something that I wish more people would like to fix. But I think to try to tie a bunch of that up in a big bow, like I think the best thing to do for Black History Month is to look at the actual history. And what is happening now is not happening for the first time.
No.
Not even
repeat
like
itself.
Even just in this country alone.
Yeah.
And like we can look all the way back to Frederick Douglass and the way that powers that be hunt and track people down and get peers to turn on each other. We can look to
response to protests, like
all the students' activisms. Yeah. And like people like to look at Martin Luther King as if he just had that one dream, when it's like, no, he also wrote from jail.
He also ran his ass off.
Yeah, he did a labor, right? He did a it might not seem like a lot because I think we kind of go like, it's a book, like book, right? Like as if it just kind of is. But the words that have lodged themselves into history from everyone, but in particular Martin Luther King Jr., had to be constructed.
Yeah.
And they weren't constructed alone. He had a team. There was a whole team. But nonetheless, there was a labor that was done. And so in that vein, that does make me feel better about, like, selfishly about this, but also just about, like, people in general. Like, there is labor to be done.
Yeah. There's shit we could do.
Yeah. I was going to say one more thing about Martin Luther King Jr.
Have you seen
Oh.
Never mind.
What? What were you going to say?
I was going to say, if you've seen the Boondocks episode about Martin Luther King.
Oh, yeah.
I love that episode.
Oh, actually, that is kind of something I want to talk about. Like, when it comes to Black history, and like, and I want to be really careful because I know some people can take this the wrong way. If anyone doesn't remember or didn't see the Martin Luther King episode of the Boondocks, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like Martin Luther King. It's like an alternate version of history where Martin Luther King got shot, but instead of dying, went into a coma.
Yes, correct.
And then woke up, I guess, in like 2006 or whenever it was.
Yeah.
And saw the world that we're in today. And he tried to do like the things like, oh, like the problems haven't been fixed. There are still things. And the people that shouted him down were primarily other Black people. And yes, Boondocks is a satire. Yes, it is the political leanings of in particular Aaron Magruder, but also his writing staff. However, that sentiment is very real because I remember when ICE first started nabbing people like a year ago, and there was this push from a very vocal minority of internet Black people that were like, Black people sit home, like stay at home. This isn't our fight. And my response was like, what do you mean it's not our fight? The same people it's the same people. It's the same people. And because they're saying out loud, no, it's the Mexicans, that means we're good?
You don't think we're the first
ones? Who do you think
is
next?
Exactly.
Second of all, it's the same hand. It's the same hand of the state. That is assaulting both. All. And I think a lot of people, again, like it's this weird, it's this group of people that feel like that want some control back.
Because that's what's really about.
Well, I voted for Kamala and you guys didn't, so I'm not helping you. You weren't going to do anything anyway. Like you did the thing you were going to do the whole time, even if Kamala did win. Not to say that like that's all you were going to do. And like that's like whatever. Not everyone fought in war. Not everyone was protesting. Not everyone was participating. But we all have reaped the benefit. We have a draft dodging president. And like things would be better under Kamala, but I don't know how different they would be.
How much better?
Like it would probably be better. It probably wouldn't be as brazen, but fascism is on the rise everywhere, not just in America.
We might not
particularly in America
kidnap a president, but we'd still have fascism.
We might still have kidnapped our president. Like we might still have done that shit. Obama would have done that shit.
True.
And he would have been he's much better option. Every president is a war criminal. Some options are better.
Yeah.
Every president is a war criminal. And it feels so exhausting to it feels like no one else is seeing that office for what it is, and it is an opponent.
Yeah.
Every time we vote for the presidential election in particular, but really for any state office, we are choosing the person we are bargaining with. I wish we were choosing a servant, but that's never been the case anywhere in any time.
It's always about the lesser evil. I even think when we're bargaining with the university over how much money we get, like it's not really about how much us getting what we actually deserve and how much we deserve to be paid. It's really just like how much what's the best case scenario in this option, which is rather unfortunate.
Yes. But because not enough people see, so many people see politics and history, for that matter, as like, we kind of mentioned it last episode of Pod. It's like this like lingering trauma from grade school. People see these as classes they don't like to take.
Yes.
People don't want to be reminded of this, and so they don't see it as a fight. They see it as a nuisance. And so when people are like people to this day in 2026 are like, Kamala wouldn't have done this. And sure, But she's not the president now.
Like, thanks for stating the most obvious observation. Do you have anything actually of value to contribute to the conversation, though?
Even if it isn't of value, do you have anything to contribute?
Like, that's it. Because I feel like a lot of people have been saying that for like the past year. That's all they've been saying.
Yeah. Like, and it something that does make me feel a little bit better about my own survivor's guilt is a lot of those people don't feel the survivor's guilt. A lot of those people aren't thinking, what more could I be doing? In their mind, they did the most that they could do, which is really the most that they would do.
Would is the key word.
Yes. And that's exhausting. That's exhausting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I think just to pull us together, I do think something that I want to do for the pod, and I guess look forward to it since this might be us locking into what we're doing. I'd like to bring in a couple more books or media to talk about.
Oh, for sure.
For the next couple of episodes. Just important, maybe not even important, but like underlooked Black books, movies, games, music.
We could both bring something underlooked or, doesn't get too much attention. We could it's like our show and tell.
Yeah, we'll do a little show and tell.
Yes.
But while we prepare for that, Leah, where can they find us?
You can find us on anywhere they have podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and Blue Sky. I'm trying to work on Instagram. But mostly TikTok is where you'll see our clips.
And YouTube Shorts.
And YouTube Shorts.
Really quick, it's really funny. Like, it feels like the TikToks and the YouTube Shorts always get the inverse reaction. One will really like one and then not care about the other. It's really funny. But if you don't want to just watch on that, if you want some more, you can also sub to us on Patreon for $5 a month, where you get access to our after show office hours, where we're a little laxer, we're a little looser, we're a little riskier. We consume a little legal substance. And we just have a little bit more fun than we had this episode. But I'll show you a little bit of that. I'll put a clip of it right here. Oh, we watched Euphoria together.
We did.
Oh my God, I can't believe we watched Euphoria together. I so forgot. I love that show still.
Season 1.
I know. Season 1 specifically, incredible. Season 2,
amazing
bad.
Work.
Season 2, not good.
Honestly,
season 1,
I think Sam Levinson peaked at Euphoria season 1.
Immediately. Out the gate, Sam Levinson peaked, and then he was like, I didn't know they could feel like this. I need more blacks. I need more blacks to live out my fantasy.
More titties. More blacks.
I need more white girl titties and black faces for my art. If you can afford it and if you want to see more of us, please go ahead and swing that way. If not, we'll see you guys next time. And until then, stay black, stay nerdy, and read books.
Please read.
Read books. Please. Read books by Black people this month. Black month. Black.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, only. Or else. The ghost of Malcolm X will come get you.
Wait, let me not read black things.